The swim music video has been watched over 100 million times in 3 hours. And I need to tell you something that most people still have not figured out. Not the ship, not the ocean, not the sailor outfits. Every army already knows those. I am talking about the layer underneath all of that. The reason Lili Reinhart was cast. And it is not what anyone expected, not even close. The reason the necklace she wears in this video has exactly one word engraved on it. The reason all 7 members of BTS, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook never once speak to her, never approach her, never rescue her, never solve a single one of her problems. The reason there is one specific moment, about 40 seconds long, that has been rewatched by ARMY thousands of times, and I do not think anyone has fully explained what it means yet. And the reason RM wrote every single word of this song alone, in English, after 2 years apart from his own members. By the end of this video, you are going to watch Swim again, and it is going to feel completely different. Stay with me. In the next 15 minutes, I am going to break down every single layer of the Swim music video, the director, the actress, the location, the ship. And then I am going to tell you about the ARMY theory that stopped me completely when I first read it. The theory that spread across every ARMY space within hours of the release. But first, if you found Golden Army Fandom this week and this is your first video here, subscribe right now. This channel is for Silver Army, for the women over 50 who have loved BTS through every chapter. The world tour begins April 9th and we are going to cover every single show together. Subscribe now so you do not miss a single moment. Now, let us start at the beginning. Before we talk about what the Swim music video means, we need to talk about who made it, because the choice of director is itself part of the message. Tanu Muino is a Ukrainian filmmaker based in Los Angeles. Her portfolio includes music videos for Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, and Harry Styles. She is not a K-pop director. She is one of the most sought-after visual storytellers in Western pop music, and BTS chose her deliberately to send a signal to the world. She had worked with BTS before, specifically with Jungkook on his solo music video for Standing Next to You. That video proved she could place BTS members inside a cinematic Western world. BTS did not make a K-pop video with Western aesthetics. They made a Western cinematic film and placed 7 Korean men at the center of it. They walked in through the front door. And then they cast Lili Reinhart. Lili is known globally as Betty Cooper from Riverdale. She is not a K-pop adjacent celebrity. Her casting had a clear intention to target the Western pop market. But here is the detail that stopped me completely. In 2020, 6 years before this video was made, Lili Reinhart published a book of poetry called Swimming Lessons. The book addresses mental health, resilience, and moving through pain. It is about what it means to keep swimming when you do not know what shore you are swimming toward. BTS did not cast a famous actress. They cast a woman who had already written the emotional autobiography of this song before the song existed. Everything was chosen, nothing was accidental. The video opens on Lili Reinhart walking through the Maritime Museum of Lisbon. She stops in front of a model ship and the lights go out until only the ship is illuminated. Then we cut to that ship, real massive at sea, and manning that ship are all 7 members of BTS. They are sailors, working men keeping a vessel moving. Reinhardt experiences moments of pure joy, followed by sudden, overwhelming grief. And throughout all of this, the 7 members never stop working, they simply keep the ship moving. Now pay attention to the corridor. Reinhardt rounds a corner and V is walking toward her. They are about to pass in a space so narrow contact seems inevitable. And neither of them sees the other. They pass like ghosts in the same space, 2 people in the same corridor, completely invisible to each other. I want to talk about why that moment exists. Throughout the entire video, Reinhardt is wearing a necklace. It is simple, a thin chain, a small pendant, and engraved on that pendant is one word, swim. Near the end, she removes the necklace and smiles. Not a performance smile, but a quiet, private smile. Like something she's been carrying has finally been set down. Let me tell you what this means. The ocean is a metaphor for life. It is vast and indifferent. You cannot stop the waves. You can only decide how you move through them. Swim mirrors life itself. The ship is named ARIRANG. Named after a 600-year-old Korean folk song that carried a nation through war and separation. This music, this community is the vessel that carries you. BTS are sailors doing invisible labor. They are keeping the ship moving so that you have the space to feel everything. They are the quiet infrastructure of support that makes the journey possible. The corridor moment is the loneliness that exists even when you are surrounded by support. The support is there. The ship is moving, but your healing is ultimately yours alone. Nobody can walk that corridor for you. Removing the necklace is the graduation from needing the instruction, swim. She no longer needs to be told to swim. She has become someone who simply does. Silver Army. I genuinely want your answer in the comments. Which moment in the Swim music video hit you the hardest? Was it the corridor, watching her remove the necklace, or the sailors working? Tap the like button if this breakdown is giving you something. And if you have not subscribed yet, Golden Army Fandom is your home. Now, the most important part. Within hours of release, a theory spread. It was shared hundreds of thousands of times. The theory is this: Lili Reinhart is Army. Symbolically, she represents our experience during the wait. The museum is used keeping memories lit in their absence. The ocean is the long, uncertain wait of the military years. Joy and grief, a solo release followed by the ache of their absence. BTS were working the entire time, invisible, keeping the vessel moving while we could not see them. RM writing, Sugar producing, all of them building toward the comeback. They were always on the ship. The corridor moment takes on new meaning. We were in the same corridor during the hardest part of the wait. It wasn't absence, it was invisibility. They were always there. The wait just made it hard to feel. The moment she removes the necklace and smiles, that's the comeback. March 20th, 2026. The wait is over. Silver Army. Did you see yourself in Lili Reinhart? I think that was the intention. RM wrote every word of Swim alone, in English, during his military service. He described it as his most vulnerable work. When you write in a second language, you cannot hide behind poetry. He was trying to say the truest possible thing about moving towards something you cannot reach. 7 people went separately into the long wait and came back with their most honest music. Sans speculation. The views don't capture what Army felt. They felt seen. They felt the 2 years of waiting acknowledged. BTS chose every element to say, "We know you were waiting. We kept the ship moving. We came back." Silver Army, the women who have been here long enough to understand, will always find the meaning. The world tour begins April 9th. Subscribe and stay with us. I purple you. Bora High, Golden Army, always.